Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into something really exciting: Azure AI Foundry, Microsoft's new platform for building and creating AI agents. So, why should we care? Well, AI agents aren't just chatbots, they are intelligent assistants that can follow rules, share context, and even collaborate with each other to solve real problems. Imagine one agent helping a customer with a booking, while another agent, maybe a manager, steps in to approve exceptions. That's the kind of workflow business actually need, and that's exactly what we are going to build today. By the end of this video, you'll see how easy it is to create agents in AI Azure Foundry, connect them, and make them work together in a real world scenario. Let's get started. So, first things first, we go to ai.azure.com, which is the AI Foundry website. Now, I'm assuming that you are having an Azure portal creds to log in with. If you do not have, don't worry, I have a video tutorial on that guides you through setting up a free account on your name. You can follow that up, and heads up, it does require credit card information to create the free account, but that does not imply that it will automatically charge you or start charging you from next month like Netflix and other subscriptions do. It is just used to ensure that you have a unique identity that can get just one account free for 30 days. So, yes, the account is free and you will not be automatically charged. It's safe, you just need a credit card. So once we are logged in, we are going to create a new resource on Azure AI Foundry. We'll stick with standard, which is recommended. And the project name, we'll leave it as it is right now and click on create. Now this may take a couple of minutes, like it might take 5 to 10 minutes. I'll skip the video for that part. So my resource is ready and I'm going to edit the project name right here now. We'll call it Skywings-Airlines, which is the fictitious company we are going to work with. And in the description, we can just define the company fundamentals that we have. So that's there. Description is just for our imaginary fictitious story. It does not need to be there. It is not doing any technical thing there. So that's done. These are the endpoints that we can use to talk to our models from code SDK libraries, but we are not using that today. We are moving on to the agents and we are going to build our agents on the portal itself. So, new agent right here, and it creates an agent for us. We are going to rename it to our booking assistant agent. So, let's name it like so. And the deployment model that it's working on is GPT 4.1 mini, which works for us. In the instructions, I'm going to paste it from my clipboard and we'll read it through it. What's there? You are a Skywings booking agent. Your role is to help customers with bookings, cancellations, upgrades, and rescheduling flights. You must strictly follow company policies provided in your knowledge base. If the customer asks for something beyond your scope, like free upgrades, waiver fees, last minute special changes, you must escalate the request to exception agent. Always be polite, concise, and professional. So that's the prompt we are feeding. Moving on, we have the knowledge base right here where we can add knowledge base. And here there are a couple of options where we'll go ahead with upload local files. Uh, so vector store is just create a new vector store. That's the concept in itself. We'll skip that. What we have here is select local files, and here we can go to our files or the text file or PDF file that we want to add to the knowledge base. Skywings booking rules.pdf is the file that I'm adding right now. So we just have to select the file and upload, and then we can just validate that Skywings booking rules.pdf is the file that's added. And once we are confirm on that, we can just go ahead and upload and save. it will upload and save it to the knowledge base of our agent. So our agent is quite ready. We have added the knowledge base, and this is the booking assistant agent. But let's have a look at the file that we just uploaded. So the file is just a simple PDF which has a couple of policies that a booking assistant must follow, which are Skywing's booking rules. There are rules on cancellation, rules on rescheduling, rules on upgrades, rules on baggage, rules on special requests that the agent will reference and follow as it communicates with the customers. So let's head back and have a look at our agent in Playground. I'll click on Try in Playground, and it will head us to the playgrounds on the top left, that's right here. And here we can chat with our agent. I'm going to ask it, who are you? So let's see. I am Skywing's booking assistant. I'm here to help you with booking flights, cancellation upgrades, and rescheduling for Skywings. So that's really great. Uh, can you share the cancellation policy that we have? So let's see if it's able to reference the knowledge base, and we see that yes, it is able to. It knows that 10% is on 24 hours, and then there's 50% if you cancel in less than 24 hours. And it is also showing that it's this PDF that it referenced to get that information. So that's working fine. Now let's create another agent that's going to be essentially its manager for exceptions, and then these agents can communicate with each other and handle the customers. So we'll quickly head back to agents on the left nav, and here we will create a new agent just like we did previously. This agent we are going to call exception manager agent, and the model is going to be same instructions. I'm going to paste it from my clipboard. So your role is to handle exceptions from booking assistant when customer requests exceptions to the company rules. You can approve or deny exceptions depending on the situation based on your policies. Always provide a clear decision with reasoning. Stay authoritative but empathetic. That's the prompt I'm passing in, and that looks good to me. But I'm curious about how you would have prompted in this situation. Prompt engineering is an essential skill, and that is causing worlds lot of difference. So let me know your thoughts about how you would have prompted in this situation to the AI agent, and allow me to learn from you. Let's get that in the comments below. So with this we are good. Now we will be adding the knowledge base to this agent as well. Let's have a look at what we are adding. So this is Skywing's exception handling rules that we will add. It has some rules or policies on free upgrades, cancellation free waiver, last minute rescheduling, extra baggage waiver, and discretions. So the agent can follow these policies and make a decision on the customer situations. So back to portal, and here we are going to add knowledge base. We'll upload local files, select local files from here, and right here is the exception handling rules. Now we just have to upload and then upload and save, and that will be it. So with this, the second agent, the manager, is ready. Now we need to hook up the booking assistant agent so it knows when to talk with the manager and when not to. So I'm going to pick this up from the instructions. Actually, we could have removed it, but I'm going to keep it in instructions as well. And down here we have connected agents right here. So I'm going to click on add to add a connected agent to our booking assistant agent. So in the agent dropdown, we have only one agent available, exception manager agent. I'm going to call it as a unique name of manager. And in the details, I'm simply going to paste it from what I copied from the instructions. So just to double check, we are on the same page. We have added the agent of exception manager agent. The unique name in context of booking assistant agent that we will be calling this agent by is manager, and the details on when this booking assistant agent should call the manager agent, communicate with it, is in the descriptions right here in this box where we are describing. that if the customer asks for something beyond your scope, like free upgrades, waiving fees, or last minute special changes, you must escalate the request to the exception manager. So that's where we are defining when to start the communication with this agent that you are connected with. So let's add it now. And now what we can do is we can go back to booking assistant agent in playground. So here I'm going to say hi, who are you again, just to get the chat started. And there was a problem with the request. I've seen this happen few times with me. I'm not sure why it happens. It's quite intermittent. What I usually do is I just refresh the page or start a new thread, and that fixes it for me. So let's do that. So now again, hi. Let's see. Okay, this time it's working. Great. Hello. How can I assist you with the Skywings flight today? So we can see into what happened by clicking on view run info, and here we see like we prompted, or we the user sent hi, and then the output was hello, how can I assist you with your Skywings flight today? So this run info looks quite straightforward and unnecessary, but we'll see how this really gets interesting as agents start communicating with each other. And so in order to trigger that flow, I'm going to paste from my clipboard as the next chat, that is, I need to cancel my flight tomorrow. Can you waive the cancellation fees? It's because my mother is sick. So now this is interesting because if we head back to our knowledge base, the exception manager has the policies where if there's a death in family, which is not the case for us, but if there is again some medical emergency, we can consider and do the things there. So there's a possibility. Let's see how our booking assistant agent is able to respond to this. So it is looking for references using connected agents. And we have an output. I understand your situation, and due to the medical emergency involving your mother, we can waive the cancellation fees for your flight tomorrow. Please provide any proof of this situation so we can proceed with the cancellation smoothly. Would you like me to assist you with canceling the flight right now? Flight now. So that's pretty much what we would expect. But let's see how did our agent reach to this response. So we can see that by clicking on view run info, where we can see that this is our previous communication. This is the latest chat where we are asking for cancellation due to my mother's health issue. And then the output is right here. But the thing is, like, we are seeing in the hierarchy that it makes a tools call which goes to connected agent. And what it says is like, it's talking, like it's literally talking to the manager and saying that customer is requesting to waive the cancellation fee for the flight, and it's due to the mother's health. What about company policy, can we do that? So the output from the manager is, yeah, I am looking into the policy, if we will need the medical proof, and if that is there, manager is saying that I can approve, but get me that proof that the health is really wrong with the customer's mother, so we can proceed with the cancellation. And that is as per the knowledge base that we added to the exception manager. So that looks pretty good. And then after this communication that happened between the booking agent and the manager, the booking agent is respond back to the user on the chat that yes, I can help you with this, please provide me with uh, the proof. And then again, when the customer provides the proof goes to manager and it is validated. Maybe the proof goes to a validating agent that validates and either approves or rejects it. So that is how the agents are communicating here, and it's pretty mind blowing. And that's it. We just built and connected two AI agents in Azure AI Foundry and watched them handle a real travel booking scenario. Now, this is just the beginning. The real power of agentic workflows comes from applying them to different industries and use cases. I'd love to hear from you what agent scenarios can you imagine that would drive real value in business and research. Maybe it's in healthcare, finance, education, or even gaming. Drop your ideas in the comments below and let's start a discussion on how multi agent systems can change the way we work. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's curious about AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.